Hello everybody, this is Nick Smith from YouTube, and this is the now known as Phenomenal Views. Of course, though I am the Phenomenal Critic, I shouldn't have said Nick Smith, but anyways, me and my nephew Tevis here just got back. Well, actually no, it was like, what, 2 hours ago? About 2.5 hours ago?
1 hour.
About maybe...
An hour and a half.
About an hour and a half, no, at least 2.5 hours.
Who cares?
Who cares? But we went and seen the new movie, The Wolverine. And here's just what I'm going to say. This movie was awesome. It was better than X-Men 3. Oh, much better than X-Men 3. Heck, almost all the... Actually, no, all the other movies are better than X-Men 3. It was better than X-Men Origins Wolverine. They did everything right this time. And this is when Wolverine is on his own, nothing with the other X-Men, nothing. Well, if you count Jean Grey, but it's just flashes of her and stuff like that. So, this movie takes place after X-Men The Last Stand, after Logan killed the Phoenix, which is complete bullcrap. Anyway, so, this is after Logan killed the Phoenix. It's been... Did they say how many years it's been since that happened? Did they say? Because I know I missed something. Did it say?
No.
Well, it's been a couple years, and he's living out in the mountains, and he keeps having a dream. He keeps waking up next to Jean, and she always says, you know, everyone you love is going to die, and he wakes up, I love you, and I swear I'm never going to hurt you or anyone else again. Too late, and he looks, and there's his claws stuck in her stomach, and he's screaming no, and he's having these dreams constantly. And so he wakes up, and he's got long hair, a long beard, and he's living out in the woods, and you know he wakes up, he goes into town, and he sees a bear, and then later that night he hears gunshots going off, and he finds the bear, and it's got a dart in it. He pulls the dart out, he smells it, he goes down to the bar, and he says, this guy's telling about how he supposedly, dramatically survived the bear attack. Then he says, I want to buy this guy a drink. And then he takes the arrow and shoves it in the dude's hand. I was like, ah, that's freaking awesome. And so then he tells that was a poison dart, and that is illegal to hunt. And so instead of putting the thing out of its misery, he just killed it violently and let it die slowly instead of putting it out of its misery. So then naturally... So then this redhead chick from Japan... No, wait.
Sexy.
No, I missed something. This movie actually starts when Logan is in the wars.
Yeah.
Like how it did in X-Men Origins, when it showed him in the wars. This is taking place in Japan, and,
Too bad Deadpool's not in it.
well, this was just about Wolverine.
No, but Deadpool's awesome.
Yeah, Deadpool is awesome, but anyway, we're getting off track.
Sorry.
He's in Japan, and, they're dropping an atomic bomb on Japan. And so, these men are telling him, we need to go, we need to kill ourselves before we die. So, all three of them are...
I don't see the point, because...
Well, that's a samurai thing.
I know, but...
It's a thing of honor.
I'd rather get dead by the bomb than, like, sticking a
Well,
sword to me.
Japan is different. They have different honors, but we're getting off track. Anyway, so he's getting ready to kill himself, and Logan, using the bone claws, is looking outside the thing that he's in, some kind of, it's not a prison, I don't think, it's like a bunker or something, and
like
so...
this trench, like very, very deep cylinder trench, you could say.
And he's saying it's much safer down here, and so, you know, they're all stabbing themselves, and there's one guy left, and he's getting ready to kill himself. All of a sudden, here comes Logan, and he throws him in there, and then he takes cover for him, and it burns off his skin, and then he reheals, and then the guy sees him, and then Wolverine, but anyway... So then this Japanese chick with red hair, who is sexy as heck, fights these guys. She says, she knows that he's the Wolverine, and she says, I want to take you to Tokyo. I ain't going to no Tokyo, pull over. And she says the reason why she came to find him is because a person that he saved wants to thank him before he dies. So he says, okay, I will go one day. And so he goes there, and he sees this man is old. And, you know, of course, though, around this time, Logan is, you know, he's depressed. He wants to die. He's tired of being immortal. And so, you know, he wants to find a way to end it all. And this guy says, what if I told you I know a way to end your pain, to end your suffering? And he's like, no one can do that. What they did to me is unfixable. And he said, not true. And so he said, I'm sorry that you're dying, but you don't want what I have. So then we get, there's this doctor in there. Her name was Dr. Green first, but turns out she's a mutant later. Yeah, spoiler alert. Logan keeps having these dreams, and she wakes up, or he's having a dream that he's kissing Jean, and all of a sudden,
He wakes up.
Boom,
and it's a mutant.
It's a mutant named Viper, and she spits something in his face that goes down his throat, and it does something to his heart. And
it's like a bug machine bug.
Basically, it suppresses his powers, his healing abilities. He still has the claws, but he just can't heal, and that's how he heals. And I thought this was done very good. I thought this was done awesomely. I was like, okay, yeah, he still has his powers, but he just can't use them. They're not available. So, and this chick is wondering why did this person's fiance slap his girl in the face, and she was wanting to jump off a cliff. Logan saved her, and she was, after he saves her, actually before he saves her, remember the bath part? It's like, we're going to give you, what are they saying? They're going to give you a bath and a shave. Like hell they are. And then they bathe them like they're scrubbing and everything. And I was like, oh, I don't want to see that. I don't want to see his butt. And they said, okay, I can do that part myself. So then after that, what I just said. And then, after that dream he has, he wakes up and he sees that the person died. He's seen that the old man, that his old friend died. So he goes to his funeral out of respect. And we see these people getting on the roof. And the people that are actually after the family is the Yakuza. The Yakuza are after this family because his woman, the guy's granddaughter, what is her name? Mariko?
Yeah, Mariko.
Mariko is
Mariko or Marika? I think it's Mariko.
It's Mariko. Mariko.
Slash
No, it's not Mariko. It's Mariko.
Well, who
in
who
the
knows?
Japanese, whatever. But Mariko is given the grandfather's company. She didn't want it though. She did not want to live that life. However, her father, was it her father or her fiance?
Oh, wait, which one are you talking about?
The one that was supposed to, her father. It was her father who was her father was supposed to get the company. But it's because it's something he wanted. And when she was talking to Logan that she didn't want it, he said the reason why he gave it to you is because so your father would never get it. So basically he's upset about that because he wants the power and he's a power-hungry maniac. And when they go to the funeral, the Yakuza, Logan notices something is up because these people have tattoos. So all of a sudden, the Yakuza start attacking. This guy on the roof starts shooting arrows and stuff and helping Logan out. So he finds the chick, and when he gets shot, but he's not healing, and he starts bleeding. But, I mean, still, not being able to heal, he's still a freaking badass, being shot and still being able to fight. When he popped out the claws at first, I was like, oh, heck yeah, heck yeah, heck yeah. And then he starts going, he starts fighting and everything. And then he finds the chick. She says, I don't need your help. He follows her, gets on a train with her, and he's like, oh, what are these things? Is this a speed bullet train? Why are you following me? Why are you following me? These things go like 300 miles an hour, right?
Oh, yeah, amen.
So, he's wondering, why are they attacking you and everything, and he's like, where are you going? They're going to find you. I'm going down to the south, because it's a place that her relatives own. It was a small, quiet place. So they start walking on foot, and he's like, how much longer till, where is this place? It's about 8 blocks down, good, because we're staying here tonight. I was like, he's lazy. So they get in there, and this is a couple's hotel. Only a couple's hotel. And he's like, do you have 2 rooms with connected? No. 2 floor, on the same floor, 2 rooms connected. And then the chick starts speaking in Japanese, and he's like, what'd she say? She said there's only the dungeon, something else, and something else. I was like,
the nurse's office.
The dungeon and the nurse's office and something else.
Yeah.
And so when they get in the room, the bed's spinning, and he's like, what do you think of this? It's okay, good, because it's actually starting to annoy me. So she's like, well, when do you plan on going to sleep? I don't. And he's looking outside, and he passes out from the pain.
No, he passes out because he's losing so much blood.
Yeah, he's losing so much blood. And he keeps having he keeps having thoughts about Jean and how she's like, that's a lot of blood. Come back to me. Come to me. You know.
And I honestly thought that the Viper was gonna be her a second time, but she wasn't.
Yeah.
No.
So he wakes up and this person is doing operations on him, and he's like, "Is he a doctor?" No, he's a veterinarian. So he goes to shake his hand. He's like, "Whoa, whoa, 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 whoa! Hey, what? I just want to say thank you. You may have scratched him once or twice while you were asleep." Oh, sorry. Yeah, he apparently has that problem. Whenever he sleeps, he's always waking up going, "Yeah!" Claws out and everything. Oh, I forgot about one of the most important things. When they're on the speed bullet train, we get an awesome fight. Yeah, he's going to like repair himself and everything, and like stitch himself up and stuff. And he runs into the Yakuza, and they start fighting on the train. And what is really cool about this is they're fighting on the train, and he's having to use his claws to keep himself on there. And so he tricks one of the guys because, like, you know, he has to watch himself now because he can be hurt, he can die. So he tricks one of them. They've been having to jump up and down to move to guard themselves from signs. Logan tricks him, jumps up a short time, and then the guy just throws himself up, bang, and he just throws himself, and he gets knocked away. And then he gets back in there, and he's like, "We're getting off here. What happened to you? The Yakuza are here." "No, they're not. Trust me. I had a run-in with them earlier. They were here. They're dead now, but they're here." So then that's where they go to the hotel, and then they go down to that place, and this place is like pretty awesome. And when they're walking around, Logan notices that hole is where he saved that guy. It's where he saved him. So after that, you know, she asks him twice, you know, "Who's Jean? Who's Jean?" Then they kiss. It doesn't show anything, but you know that they got it on. Stop it. You know that they did it. And that's what happened in the comics because... Stop.
Sorry, that was too much.
But in the comics, he did fall in love with a woman in Japan. It was Yuriko, but they didn't use that name because in X-Men 2, for those people who called her Lady Deathstrike, which she was Lady Deathstrike, but if you listen to Stryker, he says, "Senator Kelly, this is Yuriko, my assistant." Yuriko was in X-Men 2, even though Lady Deathstrike and Yuriko are different people.
I can stretch my neck. It's so weird.
So anyway,
it's like I'm a
he wakes up.
Just I'm a guy.
He wakes up. Well, actually, no, she talks to him about how whenever she had bad dreams, her dad would get mad at her and say, "Go back to sleep," but her grandfather would tell her stories of Logan. And then he finally fessed up and said, you know, Jean died along with the person who your grandfather told you about in the dreams. So then after that, he wakes up. She is taken. He goes after her. And we find out that the redhead chick, basically she calls herself his bodyguard.
Yeah.
But it's pretty funny. She says that she always has visions. She has visions of people dying. She had visions of her parents dying. She said she had a vision of Logan dying, and he was going after there to save her. They go to the place where the guy died, and, you know, he finds the dude, and he's like, you know, and he sees him having a threesome with these two chicks. I was like, okay, this guy's a douche, but these chicks are hot. So Logan's like, you know, you figure for a guy who's getting engaged, you figure he would stop all this BS. So then, like, I'm going to give you 9 words. No, I'm going to give you 10 words. And if I don't like what I hear, I'm going to kill you.
No, he's going to throw him off the ledge.
I'm going to throw you off the... I'm going to throw you through that window. And then he
he
says...
didn't know.
He's like, you don't know what's going on. How many words was that? 9. 9. One more word. And then he tells him the truth, and he's like, I told you the truth! And he throws him over the ledge, and he's like, yeah, I didn't like it. She looks over, whoa. How did you know there was a pool there? I didn't. I was like, that was funny. Hugh Jackman is Wolverine. He does a very good job as Wolverine. So, then when they go back to the place, he realizes, okay, I've got to get my powers back. So he lays on this bed thing that the guy was laying on before, And he scans himself, and he sees something on his heart. And she says, you know, this is how I seen you die. He takes his claw, opens up his chest, and then all of a sudden that sniper dude... Is there anything in that? That sniper, that bow dude starts coming after him and fighting her and stuff, and he's like, I'm having a problem here, I can't see. So he just basically says, you know what, screw this, I'm going in. He rips the thing out, and then, okay, everyone laughed at me in the movie theater, but I don't give a crap. This is what happened. I was excited. I was like, oh, he's getting his claws back. He's getting his claws back. And then, right when he's getting ready to kill her, he grabs him, and then the claws come out. I was like, yes! Yes!
Woo!
Yes!
You baby!
And people started clapping, and people laughed at me in the movie.
No, people like laughed, and then they started clapping at Wolverine, not at you. Because if they would have clapped at you, I would have laughed my head off. Literally, laughed my head off.
Shut up. But anyway, so he gets his claws back and his powers back, and they fight, and he does everything. I was like, dude, he's freaking Wolverine. He can heal. Are you high? I mean, I was literally saying that when he was stabbing him and cutting him. I was like, dude, he can heal now. He's back. Are you high? What is wrong with you, man? So then, instead of killing him,
yeah,
which he doesn't.
Yeah.
No. Yeah, he did kill him, didn't he? Didn't he kill him?
Oh,
no.
yeah, he killed him.
No, he didn't. He didn't. He didn't kill him. He tried. He said he was going to kill him. But instead, he's like, you tried to murder your own daughter. Live with that. So he let him live, and then he finds the main building. But she says this building is been protected for so many centuries by these group of ninjas. And then she finds plans for the Silver Samurai. And the Silver Samurai is mentioned. When they do the old man's funeral, she says the Silver Samurai will watch over him forever. So, we get, and it also shows some scenes of Logan and the dude in the pit. And about how he's wanting to give Logan his sword for saving him. And he's like, no, Samurai always holds it with two hands, and he says, I can't take this. You keep it safe. You keep it safe, and someday I'll come back for it. So anyway, he tries to go there, and he's like, you've done your job, but now let us do ours. And he's like, you can go F yourself, pretty boy. I was like, yes! So then all of a sudden, claws pop out. He's fighting ninjas and everything. They do everything to stop him. They eventually do, but you know what? It took a lot. They put like 30 or 20 arrows in Logan's back. And then the main ninja had like
I stopped counting after I stopped counting after 25.
Yeah, they and then the main guy made a poison dart from Viper's venom. Viper is like poison ivy. If she kisses you, you'll die. She can blow poison at you, and then she can also blow a cure at you. You know, it's weird. Like she'll blow poison on you, and then she'll blow back at you, and then it'll be gone. But anyway, I digress. He got that poison from her. He shot Logan in the back with it. He passed out. He woke up in the building, and about how they had him in a trap, and how they were.
No, he shot him first, and then he fell on his knees, and then he got back up, and then he shot him a second time with the arrow, and then he fell on his knees. And I was thinking he was gonna get back up, but he didn't. He just fell over.
Yeah, he passed out eventually.
The second time he
only shot him. He only shot him with one of those arrows. Only one. Yeah, there was only one poison dart.
Okay, whatever.
There was only one poison dart that he had. He shot normal arrows at him first, and then he shot the poison dart at him. So he wakes up, and he's in like this thing, and it's got enough strength to where he can't even break free from, but he can get the claws out. And so this chick says, the claws, that's a good start. They're going to destroy his claws. They're going to take the adamantium out of it. So then we see the big Silver Samurai. I was thinking that it's a mutant robot, but no. So like the Silver Samurai gets up, and right when he's getting ready to die, the chick who says she's his bodyguard, she comes in. No, she didn't do it. No, it was the chick that he loved. And it's confusing. It really is. You have to watch it to understand what I'm talking about. It's some kind of, it's incest. Japan is different. So anyway, she saves Logan. He busts out his claws. He starts fighting the Silver Samurai. And this was awesome. I love this fight. I dare say, I love this fight even more than I did on the train with him and the Silver Samurai. He blocks with it, but here's one thing. The Silver Samurai sword activates when it puts both hands on. It gets hot, and it cuts off one of his...
Like, literally, fire, but not like flame fire, but like heat.
Yeah,
orange
and it cuts off his adamantium claws, and I was thinking, okay, that makes sense. Adamantium is indestructible, but if you heat it up, it can be destroyed. Kind of.
When you're talking about the
Okay.
new ones,
Anyway, so we get a big battle with the Silver Samurai. He destroys one of his claws, but Logan remembers he's trying to activate the Silver Samurai's sword. He's like, wait a minute, both hands. So he takes it, he cuts the Silver Samurai's head off. I was like, yes, that's it. It's done. Wait, what the heck is this? It was the old guy. He said to Logan, I can take your power away, but he said, I knew you would not take it, so I knew you would not give it, so I'm going to take it. He sticks these drills in his claws, and he's taking the adamantium out of him. He's taking his powers and using it to bring him back to a young man. And then when the granddaughter comes out, I was like, look, it's your grandfather. It's like, no, I buried my grandfather a long time ago. So then, oh my gosh, oh, I can't talk about it. Oh, there was only one thing about this movie I did not like. Only one thing. One thing I did not like in this movie. Do not do it.
come on!
No.
It'll make it better.
No, I won't. This will make it better, kind of. Yeah, anyway, okay. So...
Just talk about it.
I'm trying.
I'll shoot you in the head.
Alright, so he takes the armor off the Silver Samurai, and he stabs him. But this is what I was thinking. When he destroyed the claws, I was thinking the claws were going to come back as adamantium. They brought back the bone claws. Go away.
Dun, dun, dun.
Shut up. Go.
Hey, I'm in this movie review.
They brought back the bone claws.
Which are awesome, he doesn't like.
No, because the bone claws were never in the comics. Wolverine was not born with the bone claws. He never had the claws when he was a child. Stop making faces, I can see you. He never had the bone claws when he was a child.
Never.
The only ability he had was the
heal.
healing ability. Just like his father, also slash cousin, also slash best friend. Him and Sabretooth's origins are different, but that's not the point. The only ability he had was to heal. If you watch X-Men 1, you can clearly tell his claws are implanted in his X-ray. The adamantium was given to him, and when the claws came out the first time, blood went everywhere. He never had the bone claws. That's the only thing I did not like about this movie.
But they were awesome.
They did it in a pretty awesome way. It's just, he never had bone claws. I was thinking because the adamantium is indestructible.
Here he goes again. It wasn't in the comics.
Because when it comes to the comics, they're making comic book films. They already have the comics. They already have the script and everything that's happened. Just write it down on paper. It's that simple. Anyway, but I admit, it was a pretty good ending. I just didn't like it. But I loved all the other parts of the film. So after he kills the Silver Samurai and gets the bone claws back, unfortunately, he's going somewhere, but that chick, Mariko, she's like, can you please stay and visit? Or can you please stay? He's like, I want to, but I can't. I'm a soldier, and I've been gone for a long time. So he gets on the plane, and she's like, where do you want to go? What are you talking about? She said, we can go wherever we want. All you got to say is go. He's like, let's just get in the air first. And then, what? And then the movie ends. Now, I loved this movie. And there is if you stay after the credits, there is a clip. And it shows Fisk Industries. Fisk is the person who built the Sentinels to hunt down and capture mutants. What are you doing? To capture mutants and take them for experimentation or something like that, and it was by Trask Industries. It's 2 years after, and all of a sudden, he sees metal going everywhere, and then he turns around and there's Eric Lensher, a.k.a. Magneto. And when he tries to attack him, he stops him. He can still stop Logan because he has the adamantium still inside of him. But anyway, he says, someone's hunting down our species, someone's ending our species, and he's like, why should I trust you? You shouldn't. And then all of a sudden, who shows up? Professor X himself shows up! I was like, what? No freaking way. And he's like, how is this possible? And he's like, remember, like I told you, Logan, you're not the only one with gifts. And then the movie ends right there. And that is either setting up for a sequel of X-Men 4, or it is showing, it's supposed to be a preview of X-Men Days of Future Past. I don't know what's going to happen, but I know X-Men Days of Future Past is supposed to either come out next year or sometime before this year ends. Well, guys, this is Phenomenal Views. I'm the Phenomenal Critic. This is my nephew, Tevis. We watched The Wolverine. I recommend you go see this movie. I give this movie 4 out of 5 stars.
I give it 4.5.
That's what I just said. 4 out of 5. 4.5 stars.
Breach.
Guys, I recommend you go see this film. You will love it. If you're a Wolverine fan, you will love it. And if you're not a Wolverine fan, this is a good action film, guys. See you later for my next review. Have a good night.